What causes PC bottlenecks after a component upgrade? Imagine upgrading your graphics card to play the latest games at higher settings, but still not getting the performance boost you expected. You might wonder what's holding back your system. When you upgrade a part in your computer, sometimes other components can limit the full potential of that upgrade. This is what we call a bottleneck. A bottleneck happens when one part of your system slows down the entire setup, stopping other parts from working at their best. The most common cause is imbalance between components. For example, if you buy a very powerful graphics card but keep an older or weaker central processing unit, the CPU might struggle to keep up with the graphics card. This means the graphics card is waiting for the CPU to catch up, so it doesn't run at full speed. This can cause lower frame rates and stuttering during gameplay. Different games put different demands on your system. Some games relying heavily on the CPU to handle game logic, like strategy or role-playing games. Others depend more on the graphics card, like first-person shooters with high-resolution textures. If your upgraded graphics card is very strong but your CPU is still basic, you might see a bottleneck in CPU performance during CPU-heavy games. Changing your graphics settings or resolution can also shift where the bottleneck occurs. If you increase graphics quality or play at a lower resolution, the graphics card works harder. But if your CPU or memory is not upgraded, they might become the limiting factor. At very high settings or resolutions, the graphics card might be the bottleneck even if your CPU is capable. Your system's memory, or RAM, can cause bottlenecks too. If you have too little RAM or it's slow, your system can't access game data quickly enough. This causes delays and stuttering, especially if you upgrade your graphics card or processor without upgrading RAM. Storage devices like hard drives or solid-state drives also matter. Slow hard drives can cause long load times and texture pop-in, even if your CPU and graphics card are upgraded. Moving to a faster NVMe solid-state drive can help, but if you don't upgrade storage, it can limit overall performance. Power supply units are sometimes overlooked but are important. If your power supply can't deliver enough stable power to your new graphics card or processor, your system might crash or throttle performance. This is less common but still worth checking when upgrading high-power components. Finally, your motherboard must support your new parts. Older motherboards might not support newer CPUs, faster RAM, or the latest graphics card interfaces. If your motherboard isn't compatible, you won't get the full benefit of your upgrade, and data transfer speeds might be limited. When upgrading your gaming PC, it's smart to think about system balance. Upgrading a graphics card alone might not give the performance boost you want if your CPU or RAM is holding things back. Use tools to monitor your CPU and GPU usage during gaming. If your CPU is running at high usage while your GPU is low, it's a CPU bottleneck. If the opposite happens, your graphics card is the limiting factor. Adjusting game settings, lowering resolution, or upgrading other components can help fix these issues. Also, consider upgrading to faster storage and ensuring your power supply can handle the new parts. Checking your motherboard compatibility before upgrading is essential to avoid bottlenecks. By making sure all parts work well together, you can get the most out of your upgrades and enjoy smoother gaming.